Guys, it's McGuire with Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Today we're going to take a look at 4 different options in the compact SUV range, starting off with the 2025 Chevrolet Trax, moving on to the Subaru CROSSTREK, then the Volkswagen Taos, and finally finishing off with the Hyundai Kona. We're going to go over all 4. I'm going to talk a little bit about price, warranty, reliability, and then end it off with styling. I'm going to tell you my final choice at the end of the video, so stick around to find out. Last thing I have to have in here is these are all opinions from a 24-year-old who 90% of the time doesn't know what he's doing. I like making videos. I like talking about cars. I sell cars. They're my passion. So at the end of the day, these are all opinions. Do a test drive, try everything, do your own research. This is what I was able to find online and based off my experience. Off with the Chevy Trax, let's get into it a little bit. Today I'm going to show you a 2RS in nitro yellow metallic. Starting off with pricing, this one today I'm showing you is in the 32 range, but they do start at 27 if you're looking at a LS model. Some of my favorite things on this 2RS are the blacked out badges and the blacked out Chevrolet emblems, especially when you take a look at it from the front here. That's where you get that nice blacked out front end on this beautiful nitro yellow with a leather interior. Warranties on this vehicle are 3-year 60,000 kilometer new vehicle and 5-year 100 powertrain. So you are very well protected. In styling, you can't beat it, especially with Chevrolet pulling the black trim that you can see right there straight off the full-size pickup trucks. I think it's a good way to not only tie the Trax into the history of Chevrolet, but make it look like the rest of the vehicles. I also want to touch on some of the standard safety features. So with all Chevrolet Trax, they come with the Chevy Safety Assist, which is lane keep assist, which is lane departure warning. You also get your rear backup camera, which is standard in all vehicles. And then also Chevrolet builds these vehicles very safely. So the crash structure in this vehicle will keep you protected, because I always get concerned when you drive a super small vehicle like this. I've always grown up with kind of the thinking of I would rather be the hammer hitting someone, whether or not it's my fault or their fault. I want to be the bigger vehicle because you're going to be traditionally safer. But the way the new Trax is built, you're not going to be thinking about that at all based off how safe this vehicle is. Now, let's hop over to the Hyundai. Now that we're on to the Kona here, you can take a look at some of the styling here. And in my opinion, I think it lets you down a little bit. Size-wise, just from the outside here, it feels significantly smaller. And then just take a look in through the window. It's not quite as premium as the Trax is, in my opinion. Pricing-wise, it comes in just above where the Chevy Trax is. Especially when you're looking at styling, not quite as equivalent. And then also when you take a look at reliability for Hyundai now, over the past 3 years, it's actually been below the industry standard, which is something that personally would scare me a little bit and push me off straight away. We're gonna move on to the Volkswagen Taos, and before I even show you, I won't lie, it looks good. It's looking good here. I can't tell pricing wise, but let me flip it around for you now. So here is the Taos. It's tough when it's in my favorite color. It's like they knew I was gonna come shoot a video. It's got the blacked out rims as well, and it has the similar trim that goes around like our Chevy does. Inside wise, it didn't look as premium, and you get a significantly smaller screen when you see there. One thing about Volkswagen is my family is like a Volkswagen fan. We had 3 of these at one point, different models of Volkswagens, but we still currently have 2. So that's kind of partly where the Taos is actually coming higher up on the list for me. But the part that does scare me is the fact it is a Volkswagen. It's still a German vehicle, which means you're paying German parts, German service, German labor, and the Taos is actually the most expensive vehicle on my list today, which is what brings it down, especially when it's the most expensive vehicle with, in my opinion, potentially the worst interior out of the 4 options we're looking at today. So that's why, to me, this one I think is gonna be in my 3 spot, but I'll let you know at the end. Taking a look at the 2024 Subaru CROSSTREK, arguably it's the best looking out of our 4 options, but the part that scares me quite a bit is the reliability of it. I've heard too many horror stories about Subarus and their engines and the transmissions that are going bad. So that is my biggest concern. With the amount of storage you get in it, it's obviously the most practical out of all of them, but you're looking at a little bit of a different sized vehicle. And when you don't look at one of the beautiful off-road versions and you're looking at just a base model CROSSTREK here, doesn't give you the same look that you kind of were hoping for compared to all the other ones. I'm back at home now, guys, editing up this compact review for you, and I haven't made a final decision yet, and I think I'm gonna end off with the Chevy Trax. Right now is the best compact SUV on the market. I think it blows away everything else with reliability, styling, tech on the inside, and then overall purchase. Because you might pay, or you might buy a cheaper car for $15,000-$20,000, but over a 2-year or 3-year term, put another $5,000 or $6,000 in warranty or in repairs, maintenance, tires, brakes, anything like that. So that's why the Trax stands above the rest. It beats out the Taos, beats out the Kona, and beats out the Subaru CROSSTREK. In order, I would probably go Trax, Taos, close second Subaru CROSSTREK, and the Hyundai really let me down. I went into looking at it knowing the styling wasn't quite my favorite. I was actually surprised that the interior didn't quite do it for me either. I'm gonna have to test drive all 3, but just based off styling reviews online I was able to find, they didn't, neither 3 held up to what I think the standard that a Chevy Trax puts down. I think it's right now is laying the standard for all small SUVs on the market. So that's why you need to contact me down below, take a Trax out for a test drive, experience what I'm talking about, and then you're gonna feel the exact same way I am. It's been McGuire with Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Contact us down below if you have any questions or to view our